What is your life's purpose? Why are you feeling so stuck and listless? You've done everything that society told you should do. You went to school, got good grades. You ended up in a really successful job, at least from everyone else's standpoint. But for some reason, you're left feeling sad, unmotivated, and really stuck. You feel distant from who you set out to be, and you look back fondly on those times of your life where you were energized and full of life. Is this just what work is now? Work wasn't ever supposed to be fun? I think that's bollocks. Work absolutely can be fun, especially when you are using your strengths and values to help other people. There's one class of people that find it especially difficult to get unstuck, and those people are called perfectionists because they have spent their whole life doing what they should do for a future chance of happiness, and now they're finally at that chance that they should be complete, they should be fulfilled, and they realize that they've been living everybody else's life. If this sounds like you're not alone. In this video, I'm going to present you with a 5-step framework to help you get unstuck, get clarity, and get back on track. But I'll warn you, it is going to require you to think differently than you have thought before. First step is know where you are. So we're going to look at health, wealth, career, and mission, and we're going to rank these from 1 to 10. 10 being we are abundantly happy with where we are in this category, and 1 being we are utterly unhappy. The next thing I want you to do is just picture in your head a compass. This is going to be your wayfinding compass. So right now, compass probably isn't going straight north. It's probably moving around a bunch. Rank from 1 to 10 the level of directedness your compass has. 1 being it's directionless, it's really chaotic, you just feel really stuck and all over the place. And 10 being you know exactly where you're going and what you're doing. Great. Okay, now we have a basis point. So after this video, we can look back and say, did this actually help? Are we any further along? And hopefully the answer to that is going to be yes. Second is abundant brainstorming. So yes, it is okay to be a little bit skeptical. And especially for those of us who have spent a lifetime strategizing and using our brains and logic and analysis to get where we are today, this might feel a little bit difficult to just dream big. I'm going to ask you to just put your analytic side of you, put them in a box. This next step is just going to require your imagination, your generative, exciting part of your brain. We're going to talk about what you enjoy, what you value, and what your strengths are. And we're going to have a bank of words for all of these. And all you need to do here is just circle 3 to 5 words that resonate with you. If you don't know where you're going, any road is going to take you there. When it comes to energizing activities, here are a list of items. Just jot down 5 items that sound exciting to you, or at least recently in the past energized you. Second, we have core values. This is the principles by which we live our lives. If you don't know what your values are, just think about what makes you angry. It makes you angry because it is touching upon or infringing upon something you care about. Here are a list of values that you can choose from. Pick 3 to 5 that mean a lot to you or stick out to you. Third is what are you good at? Here's a list of strengths. List 10 or so that come up for you. And if you're struggling to identify strengths, consider thinking about what your personality is, because your personality is often habits that you have done over time and have served you over time in such a way that you could probably think about them as your strengths. Okay, great. So now we started brainstorming, we started thinking about some ideas, some activities we enjoy, some values we care about, some strengths that we have. Now is the part where we're going to get more in touch with our feelings. So I'm going to ask you to put your judgment cap and throw it to the side for a second. We are just going to be working with what excites us, what makes us happy. Try not to think too hard. This is the part that's really key for perfectionists because these questions help you realize the distinction between who you are and who you want to be versus who you've been in the past based on what others have told you you should be. So first, to address values, if you had $100 million, what would you do? Who would you still want to serve? Try thinking about what you have struggled with the most, because it's often the case that we want to help the types of people who are similar to we were in our past. 3, what would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? There's usually some part of us that's really excited about some topic, some task, but over time society has told us, no, that's unrealistic, or no one really wants to do that, or you can't get paid for that, or who do you think you are? Don't worry about any of that for now. Just think what you enjoy. Second is what makes you come alive. Maybe it's socializing, maybe it has to do with people, maybe it's different activities. Do your best to try and jot this down. 3 is strengths. Try to jot down what comes to mind or a memory that comes to mind when you think about strengths. I don't even think you really need to worry about strengths, honestly, because what do you notice about the activities that you most enjoy and that are valuable to you? If it's important to you, you value it, and you enjoy it, strengths can come, skills can build. It's just that the current strengths give you an extra leg up because you probably have some predisposition to these activities based on your past. All right, now we're at the most important part where we're bringing all of this information together. And here, what we're looking at is not necessarily jobs at this point, just activities. So what activities do you enjoy and that you find important or valuable? Usually we'll find something valuable if it connects to a part of ourselves that we had to work through as a kid or as an adult, or it is socially meaningful. So we're usually helping somebody else. We are social creatures at our root. Okay, and once you have a list of the type of activities, maybe that's collaborating with other people, building a new business, creating a lot of projects, delegating information. Try to think of the type of jobs that you think do these activities on a daily basis. And why I emphasize think is in the next step, we are going to figure out if the day-to-day actually involves these activities. Because the pitfall a lot of people run into is they think they want a goal, and they think that goal is, I want this job, I want this identity, I want this amount of money. We don't actually want that end goal. What we want is the feeling that we think that goal is going to give us. So instead of focusing on the goal, we're going to focus on the activities that give us the feelings that we most enjoy, the things that energize us. And if a job has those types of activities that we enjoy, then we will probably enjoy that job or find mastery and comfort and fulfillment from that job. Next step for you is experimentation. This is the most important part, and this is where a lot of people get stuck. So you've got some inkling of joy, or you're remembering some energy behind the things that you enjoyed in the past. This point, usually limiting beliefs are getting involved of, oh, that's unrealistic, or, oh, I can't do that. Just hold those off for now. I'll probably have to do a whole separate video on limiting beliefs. But for now, if you are just feeling a twinkle of excitement, that's enough. So number 3 is process of experimentation. And it's a process, it's not just you try it once. We talked about jobs that we think that you'll enjoy. Now it's time to actually get some data to see if you enjoy those jobs. One of the easiest ways to get started is to do some informational interviews. So find, of the 3 to 5 jobs that you think you'll enjoy, think of 3 to 5 people in that field that you could reach out to. And if you don't have anyone in that field in your network, try on social media, on LinkedIn, just cold reach out to people and see if they're open to a 5-minute, 10-minute chat on what their work is like. Usually people are pretty happy to take a few moments out of their day to explain their job. Another option for experimenting is volunteering. Volunteering is great because you don't have to go through a lengthy process of applying and interviewing and getting the job and getting the right people in the right job and all of these other extraneous things. Usually people are happy to have a helping hand. That's experimentation. 4 is observe your energy levels as you are exploring these activities. Often we go through our day and maybe we look back on our day and we say, today was a good day or today was a bad day. At best, we maybe do that once. You're going to be doing this every hour on the hour minimum to try and identify every activity and the energy it brings you. Rank it 1 to 10. After a few days of doing this, you'll get some idea and a lot more data in terms of what energizes you and also what doesn't energize you. Take a few moments at this point to write down what energizes you and what doesn't energize you. Again, you'll probably realize that certain activities bring you energy, and that energy is the thing that we're really after. That's what we're really motivated for, not the check in the box achievement of a stated goal. Because once we reach that goal, we're gonna find another goal, right? The goal is never the end destination. It is just a milestone of motivation to do our next activity that'll give us the next rush of energy or dopamine or adrenaline or serotonin or whatever that enjoyable cocktail of chemicals and emotions is. Okay, so what have we done so far? We've addressed where we are, scaled at 1 to 10. We've abundantly brainstormed. We've experimented, reached out to people, conducted informational interviews and or volunteered, and we've observed our energy during those activities. The fifth step that's really important is reflect. We're going to create a quick sentence based on all of this information. Try and finish out the sentence. Either I'm here to help X people achieve Y result through Z activities, skills, and values, or I'm a value person with a desire to blank others through blank key activities. Okay, just notice for a second how you feel. If you're feeling grateful, you're feeling happy, you're feeling motivated, or maybe you're, not feeling amazing. That's okay too. You have still taken a huge step by going through all this together. Last thing is remember those scaling questions again. In terms of the compass, remember we had a compass and we pictured how chaotic it was versus how directed we want it to be. 10 was we know exactly where we're going. 1 is we have no idea. Based on everything that we have learned here, just quickly jot down from 1 to 10 the level of direction your compass is now. If you've improved even half a point, that is progress. So that means in this whole video, 30 minutes of time, we have improved X amount. Maybe that's 100% increase or 50% increase. That is progress. And the great thing is you can continue to view this video, reflect on these questions, and keep a little booklet of your scoring chart because what is measured gets managed. So make sure you're keeping track of your progress over time because when it comes to something like emotions and feelings, it can be easy to feel like we are not making progress, and by putting down our subjective numbering for how we're doing can help us continue the momentum to continue progressing toward our goals. If you have any thoughts, comments, or questions, please comment them below. If you're really excited about this new 2026 year, you have a lot of ambitious goals, and you really want to tease out exactly how to go step by step through that, I can take you step by step through your goals, your progress, and help you really embody your strengths. If you're interested in that, feel free to check on the link below and sign up for one-on-one coaching. Or if you just want to do all of these activities in one go on your own, I also have a free workbook, and you can download that for free in the link below. Thanks, everybody.